Hi everybody and welcome back. Today I am putting together my day 6 in my December daily. I've got quite a few things spread out on my craft table ready to go, and I'm working on the back of that page protector from yesterday, so the 3-pocket page protector. And I also have this foundation page, which is some envelopes set onto home printed transparencies, which is a foundation page, but I think I am going to use this for a story over the weekend because my daughter's still being home, and one of these pockets is hers, so it'd be great to get her to fill in the card with her own handwriting while she's here. So because that's sat there, I'm thinking that I potentially have this as a spot to either spread out and have a double page spread or something like that, yeah. But interestingly, I also have 2 stories that I could tell for day 6, because I have this photo that my auntie sent to my mum. Now my auntie is the baker in the family, and this is 105 mince pies waiting for delivery to us and other family members, so I thought that was really sweet. And then I also have a couple of photos, just silly photos that my daughter and I sent to each other of us blowing each other kisses, because although she's home from uni, she's actually up with her grandparents at the moment. So 2 things, very different, that I want to tell. So I could either tell both of them in one day, spread across the 2 pages, or I could tell the baking story for today and then save the kisses until story 7, which I possibly will do. So just talking you through where I am up to at this point. I'm working with the Inner Creative Bubble products again today because I really like the palette of them. I like that they're all, I just love them. So what I've got here, keep flopping around this little frame, is actually, it was a 6x4 card, and it was basically this lovely, I don't know what colour that's going to show up as on camera, but it's kind of like a buffer cream colour. That was all over the card, if you imagine, and then these were printed on the card. So just a 6x4 journal card with 3 areas to write or embellish or add photos to. I knew that this would print off slightly smaller than 6x4, so that it would need a frame, and because I wanted to work with this Bake and Be Merry card, I wanted something that was a neutral colour. So rather than wasting, even though I can print these off, I knew I could use these, because this is a printable collection. I could print it again, but it's silly wasting them. So I've trimmed these out with my craft knife to leave the frame, which I can then just adhere this to with some tape behind. So I'll put some washi tape and things here to hold it all in, and then I've got that frame that I want, and that will be nice and simple. I have the Bake and Be Merry for my journaling, and then I also have pulled this one in as a contrasting colour to hold my number and some embellishment, and that will be it for day 6. Pulled some puffy stickers in. This is a very old Ali Edwards December daily, but I like that blue. It's an absolutely perfect match, so I really feel I want to bring that in, although it would look quite nice with these. So I've also bought in these little gingerbread gingerbread men. Even though she's not making gingerbread, it's the baking theme that I thought I'll put in. And these were from the Ali Edwards advent calendar last year. And then some old Holiday Magic Ella Studio puffy stickers, because I really like them, but I very rarely bring them in. I've got, again, a gingerbread man, or this little kind of decorated shortbread biscuit. So I may well use some of those. What I first want to do is get this adhered down and go from there. Okay, so I have this adhered down. In the end, I opted not to put washi tape on the back. I just adhered it to the frame first, to the back of this card, and then the photo on top. So that's all one contained unit, and I've retained the pocket for this hidden journaling. But it does mean that I can't do anything like stitch onto this, which is fine. I'm going to go with the Baking Spirits Bright. I looked at the, this is a straight line, but then the this bottom section of the cupboards is kind of on the diagonal, which I don't like. So I was going to bring that down here, but if anything, it brings my eye to it. So I'm going to actually pull this up here I'm not going to hide any of this messy bit here because I really like the real life story that she's got her iPad plugged in and there's all of her oils and things. So pop that there. I really wanted to bring in the mixer, but I'm not bringing red anywhere else into this photo. Sorry, into this spread. So I'm going to just save that for another time. And I think I'll probably save the gingerbread man for another time as well. I've got that little icon of the gingerbread man here. I'm hiding where it says date. I've also got the word over there to potentially hide, although I am going to be putting my date on here. I wonder whether to keep it inside the inside this. I'm not feeling well either today. Oh, so my brain's not really working. I'm going to really lightly tack that down. I've cut this, it's still on its backing, but this one is a really, I don't know what colour that was meant to be. I was thinking I might pop him over here to hide the word date, but he looks a bit random there, which is a shame. There's my cat meowing. I'm going to bring these in, the little buff coloured ones. And I think I'm just going to go with that small one. And there's another option here, so maybe a bigger one of these to hide that word dated over there. It's really difficult to see from above whether anything is wonky or not. I scrapbook standing up rather than sitting down, so I'm really used to being right over the top. So coming back to YouTube is really good. I'm really enjoying it, but it's a bit of a challenge in that aspect for me to know whether to know whether things are lined up or not. I would be curious to know how many people watching actually scrapbook standing up or how many sit down. It's something I've always done ever since I began crafting. I've just always scrapbooked standing up, to the point now that I can't scrapbook sitting down. That's cute there. I could, where are those other gingerbread men? There, I've got these. There is that red then, but then again, yeah, I'm just going to stick with that one, I think. And then a bigger heart. Ooh. I could just stamp the date for a change, actually. But then that gives me this space. There's nothing there. So I think I am going to do that. I think I might actually stamp the date. Or I could just go with a really small sticker on these ones. Just put 6 there, which I think I will do. So I've got loads of 6s as well. Just in the middle. And then one of those little hearts. Maybe here or here. I think I might bring in some really tiny enamel dots if I have them as well. Yeah, I just kind of want something really small just dotted around that. Those numbers can go back. Has anybody else got a slow growing stash of numbers? I keep getting brought out every year and then put back. I mean, this one, look, I'd obviously tried to use that one on the project because it's got staples through it, and the embossing, which probably was once a bit whiter than that, has kind of yellowed over time, but that's okay because I could just emboss it again. Right, let me see what small dots I've got. Okay, so super simple. I brought in some of these Plant Lover enamel dots from Violet Studio, a little trio on each of the cards. I've added my journaling on there around that in that space. This space here I'm going to leave blank because she is due to drop our mince pies and shortbread off today. So I'm hopeful that I can snap a little photo of her at the door dropping them off. She's staying away from our house at the moment because she's due to have an operation. and so she wants to make sure she doesn't get any kind of cold or bug or anything, so she'll be just dropping those off at the door, but I'm hopeful to snap a photo of her holding the Tupperware, etc., and then I can print it out really small, lift this and just kind of stick that on there, and that will be a really nice complete story for this day. So thank you for watching. I know that was really simple, but they don't have to be really complex and craftily involved, do they? Stories in December Daily. It's just really important to get these stories told, and this is a really precious one to have, this photo from my auntie. Yeah, so lots of love to her, and looking forward to seeing her later. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would be really good. These videos are kind of return to YouTube, so any comments that you have, I would love to see them, and I'll reply to them, any questions that you've got or anything like that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.